Welcome, everybody, to Cultivated Live for Tuesday, May 26th, I believe. I'm Jay Rosenthal. That is Brad Spirrison. Brad, you're with Grown In. You are a systems convener with Grown In. You're also the CEO. How are you?
Ish.
Ish?
Depends on what structure.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. I'm going to see you Thursday.
I'm going to see you on Thursday. I hear you're making an international day trip.
Don't tell the Border Patrol that. But yes, I'm coming in from Toronto for the Midwest Cannabis Forum. It's something Grown In and Cultivated have partnered on. We are doing it on Thursday in Chicago. Most important question, what are you wearing?
Earth tones.
A suit?
Anything's possible. Like a mentor of mine said, if you're actually trying to, people are coming for you, wear a tie.
A tie. Okay.
Stick.
Okay. I may not wear a tie, but I will wear a suit. How's that?
Okay.
All right. That's the end of this conversation. We'll see you on Thursday. No, I'm just kidding. Brad, we are going to be together on Thursday. We moved it from March, I think, with foresight that things were maybe going to happen in DC. On our schedule, they actually did, so we can talk about it on Thursday. Were you prescient? Was I prescient? Or are we just lucky?
Yes.
All those things.
Well, I do think we are at a confluence of cultural and commercial characteristics in cannabis as it relates to rescheduling, the Farm Bill imbroglio, and 12-ounce beverages in low doses. All of them are swirling around in Chicago, in the Midwest. Midwest Cannabis Forum or Summit?
Well, going with Forum.
Is a joint venture between Cultivated, the Axios of cannabis globally.
I like it. Yeah.
Should we? What's our guy? Who's our guy?
George.
George, what do you think?
I think he thinks he'd like it to be.
Justin Kaufman, Justin Kaufman has done some previous. He did a Burnham plan. He moderated a panel in Illinois back in 23, and this is a continuation of that conversation because, as you know, so much emanates out of Illinois. J.B. Pritzker and the like.
Well, that, and I think it was always interesting when you and I were talking that I think the Midwest is often overlooked, period, in general, all conversations about anything really in the U.S. But in terms of cannabis, you have markets that are like new, like Minnesota, very interesting market, also in the hemp conversation, very new lots conversation. Michigan, Missouri, older and pretty advanced, but also pretty successful in terms of units sold and dollar value. Ohio, very new. And then you have sort of the next wave, whether it's going to be sort of tribal nation cannabis or Wisconsin. There's lots of conversation to have, which is we wanted to get together and do it. And Kentucky, too.
Kentucky, Rand Paul is going to be in Chicago the day before, and he's an interesting character in the cannabis conversation, polarizing to many pot people with specific agendas.
Yeah, and related to hemp in particular, and I would say Chicago is ground zero in that GTI's company Rhythm is selling THC, hemp-derived THC beverages at the United Center non-sporting events, but also other places too. And the Midwest is really, I would say the Midwest and the South is where these beverages, especially outside of dispensary channels, have really taken off with consumers. And we're going to dive deep into that and what that means right now, what that might mean in the future, and maybe even what it means for the hemp, for the Farm Bill.
Yeah, that Senorita brand is also at Navy Pier, which is probably the biggest cultural tourist destination in the Midwest. So it's a patio drink in like 4 milligrams at a time. You probably have 2-3 of those, 2-3 beers, and make your way home through public transit and an Uber.
That's like the best. You just described the best Chicago night in summer.
And now it doesn't have to be 5 beers.
That's right. You just save yourself 2 beers and added some and help some of the people that are going to be in the room on Thursday. And that's what I think is actually that's very compelling as well, because um, I think what we're trying to frame is that it is not this or that. It can be this and that. And the conversation can really be about consumers and patients access to THC and what that means.
I think we start there. I don't think legislators or government is going to pay attention until the industries come up with their own consensus. So why don't we advance that? And Springfield, Illinois legislators are meeting concurrently. I don't know what they're talking about. Like the Farm Bill, it's going to be in November. Governor Pritzker likes the industries, the Crescos, the Green Thumbs, Mayor Brandon Johnson is more of a hemp guy.
And Rand Paul too. It's sort of on the Kentucky side, like it is. So goes back to the initial conversation. It is an important and interesting time to be in the Midwest talking about all these things because they are all on the forefront. Are they moving as fast as everybody wants? Of course.
Forefronts in liquidation, receivership. Forefronts in receivership.
There you go. Now you're talking. Now you.
That's it too. Everyone's broke.
That's true, and that's.
I mean, I took a 18-month Sensimilla sabbatical.
Like from the industry or from the product?
Industry.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And so we used to do weekly Tuesday United States cannabis politics. Like that was prescient.
That was. It really was, and still is. And actually, there's more to talk about now.
Can you previously and concurrently exist?
You can. It's Schrodinger's cannabis, right? Like it's a bit like, is it here? Is it now? Is it only if you're talking about it? But also, I mean, even the conversations advance in Midwestern places like Indiana, right? Like, I think some states that are pretty resistant to cannabis are actually saying, well, this is happening on the federal level with medical cannabis. What do we do now? And all these tax dollars flowing out, whether you're Indiana or Pennsylvania, it is a big hit to not collect cannabis tax dollars, especially to adjacent states which you are competing with. So,
but there's 27 miles of Indiana between Chicago and Michigan, where you transport at your own peril, because then you can go to jail.
Yeah,
drive the limit and change your shirt.
Gary, Indiana.
Jackson's.
I want to walk through quickly this, if we could. So This is the agenda. You can find it on MidwestCannabisForum.com/agenda, but this is the agenda. And what one of the interesting things is like we are, I think by design, but also because there's lots to talk about, it's going to be a really high energy day. We're giving people pretty strict time limits, how long they can talk. We have sessions that are 7 minutes. We have sessions that are 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And our panels are no longer than 30 minutes because we want to keep the conversation going. And we have lots to talk about it. We're going to go through market by market with some really insightful people. We're going to do some 4-minute, 20-second sessions. And then we're going to talk about hemp beverages in the consumer market. We're going to talk about rescheduling, what we know, what we don't, and what's coming. We're going to dive deep into the Farm Bill, the fight over hemp's future. We're going to talk about the cannabis workforce, which is especially interesting in Illinois with all the MSOs there, but also the Midwest. There's lots of interesting updates on what the economic impact is. We'll hear from Justin Levy from the University of Illinois Geis School of Business. He's got some really interesting stuff. Scaling smarter, the partnership behind partner growth, and ensuring a fair market in Illinois. That's about the market that has developed in Illinois, especially as it relates to social equity. And then we're wrapping the whole thing up with something I think people are really interested / concerned about: finance and banking in the age of rescheduling. What changes, what doesn't? Will banking be normalized with the rescheduling announcement? Will there be access to capital? What will that look like? We have investors, we have bankers, we have finance people. That'll be really compelling to think about. Pretty broad-based conversation for a sprint on Thursday.
Very sessionable.
I like what you did there. You're going back to those
High
beverages.
energy, dude.
What? High energy. That's right. And there'll be some, we're going to surprise and delight as well throughout the day. So there'll be a bit of that, but you have to come to do that. The link to how to register is obviously on that website, MidwestCannabisForum.com. There are still some, I'm going to say some tickets available.
Few.
We are well over 125 people in attendance. The room is shrinking rapidly. So get your tickets today, which is Tuesday. For Thursday, we will see you there at Salvage One. Also, the location. Brad, talk a little bit about the location because it's super cool.
Yeah, it's stone's throw from the United Center. Bulls capped off 6 championships and never lost in a finals. Antique store.
Yeah.
Venue, like weddings and cannabis forums and summits.
I like it. Well, we're going to be doing one on Thursday. If you are showing up, you will see me, you will see Brad, you will see 150 or so are your best friends. Be there or be square at Salvage One on Thursday for the Midwest Cannabis Forum, the first of what we hope will be a recurring series. So be there the first one. If you have questions in advance, talk to Brad, talk to me. But we look forward to seeing everybody. Brad, you're not picking me up at the airport? Is that you're not going to do that?
Well, you're not flying in that morning, so you will be awaited. And
really? Will there be someone there with a sign that says Dr. Galowikic? Do you remember that ad?
No bare feet.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, weather report for Thursday in Chicago?
I don't know.
Cubs in third place. Are people happy about that?
Bears.
Oh, we're already looking to next season for the Bears. Wow. Okay.
This season. I mean, we're in the season. We drafted. We everything else. Anything going on in the Patriots offseason?
I think I remember they played in the Super Bowl, but it was hard to tell because they didn't actually show up.
But you're coming in from Toronto, two second cities.
Yeah.
Toronto and Chicago. Canada and the United States have to figure out a way to get along. I'm glad we are engaging in this international joint venture.
I like it. I like it a lot. We are CUSMA, the Canadian United States Mexico Accord. Is that what it's called? The whatever's NAFTA now.
We're gonna like a pretty good brand. There'll be people talking about brands too. Like in Chicago, like it's like a mercantile exchange of marijuana. Like people are going to do this.
I like it.
No liquor.
It's okay.
Fine
by me. You and I are too old to drink.
If you know what I mean.
You and I are too old to drink anyway. And you will know this when you show up on Thursday, but Brad and I lived back to back in Smith Hall, first floor at Emory University, circa 1992.
34 years ago.
Yeah, 34 years ago, come August, probably we moved in. Yeah. And so Emory Alumni Association is graciously sponsoring nothing on Thursday, but maybe we'll get them to that point somewhere down the line.
I mean, Georgia's an interesting market.
We talked to Judson Hill in Georgia at Fine Fettle, Georgia. He's the president down there of that company. They just expanded medical cannabis considerably.
I think we're going from Guazetta to ganja.
You always got to have it. Brad, I will see you Thursday. I know you won't be at the airport to pick me up, but I will see you at Salvage One on Thursday with 150 of our best friends. Brad, thanks for making time this morning.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.